Rainey. I'm the downtown coordinator for the City of Chelsea, and I'm here with Katie Rogers, who's one of the award-winning photographers in our first ever Welcome to Chelsea photography exhibit, which is now showing at Gallery 456 here at 456 Broadway. So thanks for taking part in this, Katie.
Thanks so much for having me. It's my pleasure.
So tell me a little bit about the photographs that you have here. One of my favorites is the one of William and Maggie.
So I actually freelance for the Chelsea Record. So all three of my pictures were used for newspaper purposes. And so I entered those because I thought that they really embodied what the Chelsea community is about. And I would agree that I like Maggie and William the best too, because it also ties into a cause that I'm really passionate about, which is Hubcats Chelsea. So they're all about helping local animals, and that was at one of their free vaccination clinics, and it was just a picture that I saw of a dog licking his hardworking owner, and I just really loved that moment.
So you're the one photographer who really captured a lot of people in your exhibit. Is that something that you are particularly, I can tell you're very adept at it, is something that you've really studied, or how is it that you're so good at it?
Well, I'm always very critical of my own work, so thank you. I went to Montserrat College of Art, and I was actually studying fine art, and I was always very interested in portraits. So at the time I was drawing photorealistic portraits, and that just sort of led into photography directly, and I guess I've always just been really interested in capturing people's emotions, their expressions, the raw profiles of who people really are.
So looking at all these photos, what do you think this portrait, this sort of mosaic of Chelsea, what does it say about the city?
I really think that Chelsea is a really strong community, full of diversity, full of strong people, full of people that are hardworking, and I think that this really embodies that. I'm from Everett, so in a similar way, I think kind of these minor cities on the outskirts of Boston sometimes get overlooked in the big scheme of things, and I think this is a great opportunity to showcase what Chelsea has to offer.
Great, well thank you so much.
Thank you.
So I'm here with Arnie Jarmack. We just met with Katie Rogers, who's the current photographer for the Chelsea Record. Arnie is the former photographer for the Chelsea Record. He just had a show here at our Gallery 456 of his photographs from Chelsea in the 1970s and 80s. So he knows a lot about the city. So thanks for coming to this opening, Arnie.
Thank you for inviting me.
So your photographs captured the city of yesterday. What did these photos tell you about Chelsea today?
Well, I mean, if you take that camera and you pan around the street a little bit, you'll see that Chelsea is a very vibrant city. And what these pictures do is they capture a very alive city, and they do a really great job of doing it. And thanks got to go to you, Amy, for putting the show together. All right?
Well, I'm so happy that there's so many other talented photographers picking up your mantle, or your, not quite your camera, but their own cameras to similarly capture it.
You know, when I photographed here in Chelsea, I always thought that I was given a gift, which was the opportunity to photograph a really amazing city full of amazing people. And I had a great time while I did it, and I can see that the people who are taking these pictures today have a great city to photograph. I hope they love it half as much as I did. So,
thank you.
You're welcome.
So Marianne Ramos was one of the judges for this exhibit. She works at the Chelsea Senior Center and is also an artist in her own right. So thank you so much for helping to choose all of the photos that are here today.
I thank you for the opportunity. I'm hoping that in the future maybe there'll be more people from our community, because we have so much talent right here in Chelsea, that will also get involved and participate, because we are a town of great talent. Thank you.
Well, I love how thoughtful the judging panel, because we had so many great entries, and that you were really sort of generous of spirit and thoughtful in terms of finding the qualities for each one.
Well, thank you. As you know, I would have preferred even more entries that were even more reflective of so many points of view that we have right here. So, but I'm looking to the future. I'm talking with some of my creative friends, and we're thinking of ways and means. So stay tuned.
All right, so this will only be the first of many photo contests, we're hoping.
I don't know. I have a special ally. I won't name her right now. A couple special allies, and we'll see. We'll see. but it will probably be just creative. Chelsea needs creative spaces that are feeling friendly and welcoming to all of us here. And it's one of my dreams that someday we have a creative space where everyone in our community can feel that this belongs to them.
So tell me a little bit about looking at all the photos in this exhibit. What does it say about Chelsea? What's the story that we're telling?
It shows us some of the physical details, I think, best. It's showing us the physical landmarks, such as the historical cemetery that includes Civil War soldiers, and I've been into that cemetery. It shows the physicalness of the boats in the harbor and the bridge that everyone always expects to see, it seems. It shows the water tower from Soldiers Home, the salt pile. So a lot of the physical landmarks are there. There's a little bit of the people involved, and I'm glad that there were some faces and some people as well. But I'm hoping for more of that in the future.
Great. Well, thank you so much, Marianne.
You're welcome.
So I'm here now with Deb Cronin, who won the People's Choice Award with over 500 votes for her shot of My Green Monster.
It's my view off my piazza. I look at it every day. I absolutely love it. And depending on the way the sun hits it or the clouds hit it, I jump up, stop what I'm doing, and take a few pictures. And that's been my favorite out of the hundreds of pictures I've taken of it. And it's been my favorite hit on Facebook as well from friends and family. So that's why I thought about entering it in this week's contest.
So how did you get into photography?
I've always tinkered in art, but I just see things and I don't know. I take a picture of something that's a broad picture and I'll see something in there and edit it down to a small piece and absolutely love it. Or I'll look at it after I get home or after I take it and not even realize that I captured something until I look at it again. And some of the pieces that I have being displayed here today were just spur of the moment. A friend walking at a fire, walking back to the fire truck, and it was just an amazing look. I just grabbed my phone, instead of taking a picture of the actual fire, I took a picture of him walking away. The picture of the Soldiers Home Tower, I knew that was going to be, or there was rumored to be taken down, and I wanted a photo of it for myself. And the angle that I captured, I was pleasantly surprised at how much I liked it, and then I've framed it and it's been given to people as gifts, and I'm happy with the way it came out, and it looks beautiful the way that it's been blown up and framed here.
So when you look at all of your work, because so often Chelsea is the subject of your photographs, what does it tell you about the city that you call home?
I think Chelsea's beautiful. I know that Chelsea's had a bad rap for years, but the people that I've known and what I see and take from it, I think Chelsea's beautiful. I've lived around the world and I keep coming back here, mostly for the people. And but there's just pieces of it that one day that I've driven by hundreds of times and never noticed, and then one day it speaks to me. So I take a picture and capture it, and I'm pleasantly surprised by how many responses I get on those photos. So the pictures that were picked in this by all the different artists are amazing. It captures exactly what Chelsea is. It's a beautiful, gritty, timeless city.
Well, thank you so much for helping to tell the story and capturing that beauty for us.
Well, thank you for letting me be a part of this. This is really special to me.
Great,
Thanks.
So Celeste works at the Senior Center with Marianne, and I think of you as an artist. I don't know if you think of yourself as an artist.
I'm coming into my art, and I love it. I love art in a whole, whether it's photographs or the painted art, or whether it be dance, any art I love. Yeah.
So when you look at these photographs, what does it tell you about Chelsea?
Wow, it tells me that the community that I've been living in is very diverse, and we have a lot of different things to get into in Chelsea. We have like our Mexican community, we have our El Salvadorian, we have our Central American community, we have our Polish, we have our Irish, we have everybody here. So for 40 years, I've been living in Chelsea. I've seen Chelsea change a lot. And some of these photos are really reminding me of when I first came. Like the graveyard photo over there. I was telling Ricky there that I used to hang out in the graveyard up on Central Ave. That's a photo of it. I love that place. So I'm glad that it's being displayed today so people realize that it's still there. And for the most
That one's our Best in Show winner because we felt like it seems really timeless, that image in particular.
Love it, love it. And I'm so glad someone did take a photo of it. Yep, it's very nostalgic. And basically, yeah, it's just Marianne over here. She's the artist in Chelsea. But no, being around Chelsea, yeah, I'm appreciating more diversity. We are more diverse than ever now, so it's nice.
Well, thank you for supporting the show.
Yeah, you're welcome.
All right,
Thank you.
This is Terry Widener, who's another one of the award-winning photographers. Thank you so much for taking part in the show, Terry.
Thank you. It's really fun, and I'm so glad that you had this show.
So you were just telling me a little bit about the girl that's in your award-winning photo. Tell me about her.
Yes, so her name is Rosario. She is from Chile, and she was staying with me for a year and studying English, improving her English. So we went out for her birthday. This picture was taken, and I entered it. It seemed like a very good thing to do for the category of community.
So where was the photograph taken?
Just down the street.
Do you remember which restaurant?
And yes, it is Mi Salvador Mexicano.
Great.
Yeah.
Well, I love that it was one of the photos that really captured what was happening in the businesses here in the downtown.
Right. Well, it was her birthday, and my theme was that everybody shares one thing in life, only one thing, a birthday. We all have a birthday, so it's cause to celebrate.
So looking at all the photos that both won and were entered, what does it tell you about Chelsea? What kind of story do you think it says?
Well, I think the categories that you chose were very important. They really give you an overview of the diversity of Chelsea and what it means to everybody who lives here and what it may mean to people who don't live here. And I think the scope of what everybody took as far as photographs go for the categories that you had really shows how thoughtful everybody is, how much we love Chelsea, and how happy we are to promote it.
So what is it that you love best about Chelsea, other than diversity?
Oh, diversity. Diversity and diversity. No, I love that there's just great energy here because people are from all over and are here for many different reasons. And you can really feel it's palpable, I believe. And I think that the elected officials and the people who vote for them are all sort of on the same side, really wanting things to change, make things happen.
Well, thanks so much for taking part in
Yes.
this exhibit and sharing your talents with us.
Yes, thank you for picking me. That's wonderful.
I'm here with Aaron Kramer, who won the Best in Show award for his photograph of the Garden Cemetery, and then you got a couple other ones, also the one at the commuter rail.
Yep.
So you were just starting to tell me a little bit about the circumstances of taking that photograph.
Yeah, both of them actually were taken with my cell phone. I have a nice camera, but it's always the best one, like you said, is the one that's on you. So the company I work for did the master plan for the Garden Cemetery, and on my way to work, I was supposed to take a couple of photos for a site visit, and I happened to capture that one on the shortest day of the year.
Oh, wow.
So the lighting was just really good, so I thought I worked with it, framed it a little bit.
So it sounds like you go past the cemetery a lot.
Not that often. I live on the other end of town.
So what did you learn about the cemetery through your study, and what did you capture in that photograph?
The photo actually just captured just how big it is and open, and how beautiful it is, and it'll be great when it's finally open to the public eventually.
So the judging panel really loved that one of how it felt so timeless. and it's not an image that a lot of people think about with Chelsea. In fact, some people are like, "Where is that even?"
Yeah, the cemetery is beautiful. It's was built on the style kind of mirroring Mount Auburn, if you go back in history, back before the fire. It survived the fire. So that's probably why people don't think of it, because the area was redeveloped much denser after the fire, whereas before it was very bucolic.
So I've seen a lot of your photos on the Chelsea Photography Club that we partnered with the show. Tell me a little bit about that group.
The group is just full of anybody in Chelsea who mostly take pictures of Chelsea, but there are people who post, anybody in the community can join, and people post sometimes pictures from their travels or other things nearby, but a lot of them are just in Chelsea.
So looking at all the photos in this exhibit, what does it tell you about Chelsea? What's the sort of story it captures?
Story it captures is that Chelsea is a unique place, it's diverse, and there are a lot of different perspectives.
Well, thank you so much for taking part in the exhibit.
Thank you.
So tell me, what's your name?
My name is Floyd Porter.
So Floyd, thanks so much for coming out. I heard that you heard about the show and the Chelsea Record.
Correct.
And what drew you to come out and see the exhibit tonight?
Well, it's something about Chelsea, and I've always actually tried to, I can't think of the word, promote Chelsea. I was born and brought up in Chelsea, graduated Chelsea High School in the 50s. And we just enjoy these kind of things. When I was a teenager, we moved, but when I retired, I wanted to come back to Chelsea. Like they say, you can take the boy out of Chelsea, but you can't take Chelsea out of the boy. And I've enjoyed being back.
So how would you describe Chelsea to someone who hasn't been here before?
You have to come and see it. There's parts of Chelsea that you just have to come and see it. Of course, I remember Chelsea before the fire of '73, and I'm looking around here. I remember Margolis's, and I remember Heller's Liquor Mart. And for people that don't remember, there used to be a dress shop down there called Wheeler's that people from all over used to come there. It was very well known. And the Cut Rate store is still here. Other than that, I don't remember anything else about Chelsea.
So what is it that you love about Chelsea?
It's an atmosphere that you can't explain. I think you might understand it, but you just can't explain it.
Well, thank you so much. I guess with these photographs, a picture has 1,000 words and even captures the indescribable. So you were just telling me about which of these photographs is your favorite?
My favorite one is the one over there, the bridge. I just like how everything's just pictured there. It just looks so beautiful. So,
The contrast.
yeah.
So have you been down in exactly that site? Do you know exactly where it was taken?
I know where it was taken, but I've never seen the view in person. Just passed through it in car or seen it by the view of a car.
Does it inspire you to go back and look at it again?
Yeah, it really does. So yeah.
So looking at all the photos, does this look like the Chelsea you know?
No. I mean, it is, but no, because sometimes when I'm walking in the street, I'm in a rush or don't actually have time to observe and view what Chelsea is really like. So, yeah.
So what do you think the story is? Looking at all these photos, what does it say about the city?
Well, it's beautiful. Like if you take time to observe, you could see like how many people have smiles in their face, how many people are working, and you could see like the nature outside.
Great. Well, what's your name?
Maria.
Maria. Well, thank you for letting me interview you.
Thank you.
Can I interview you?
I have to practice what I have to say. I just like the bridge site as well because, and it just, I don't like snow. So, but that picture when I was driving by, it just caught my attention, and it's snow. So it's like, wow. And I never realized how pretty the bridge actually looks with the snow covered. And the other picture with the bridge, it is the park down there, right? And I always go there during the day, so it looks nice during the night. Maybe I'll go during the summertime and just observe that. Yeah.
And what's your name?
Jessica.
Jessica.
Yeah.
So, looking at all the photos, what does it tell you about Chelsea?
That it's a happy place to live in. And I think that this gallery walk made the community come out and just, I don't know, it looked nice, this part, to have like the community gather and look at these pictures. So yeah.
Thank you so much, Jessica.
You're welcome.
So I'm here with Representative Ryan. Thank you so much for coming out to the show.
Thank you. Great to be here. This is a nice, beautiful night here to activate some artwork in Main Street and Broadway. Yeah.
It's our Main Street.
It's your Main Street. That's, yeah.
So did you get a chance to look at some of the photos already?
I did, yeah. I'm actually peering at a few. Maybe I'll make a purchase for my office. I got to get some more Chelsea memorabilia up there, so that'd be nice, yeah.
So do you have a favorite? I'll make
Well, I'm partial to the Chelsea firefighters. My whole family were firefighters. But I like the dogs and stuff too, so it's all good. The Chelsea Soldiers Home, the water tower is a nice icon for the city of Chelsea too, so I like that one, yeah.
So looking at the photos, what story do you think it says about the city?
A lot of the history. I like one of the categories, past and present, although you can't really tell if it's past or present because a lot of the buildings are still here, so it tells a little bit of the past, but it's still here, so it's good. Yeah.
Well, I appreciate you coming out to support the project and to come and help us be part of it.
Glad to be here and keep doing what you're doing. I love what you're doing at Broadway here. This is great.
Great, thank you.
All right, great.
So the Welcome to Chelsea photography exhibit will stay in place here till the end of October. This show was presented by the City of Chelsea, their downtown initiative called Chelsea Prospers, in partnership with the Chelsea MA Photography Club, which is a Facebook group of local photographers that anybody can join. So I encourage you to submit your photos to that Facebook group and come down and see this show here at 456 Broadway, which is Gallery 456. It's always open because it's just a storefront gallery. You can see all the photos right here from the sidewalk, and the lights are always on, so come by and check it out. So thank you so much for watching and getting to meet a little bit of our great photographers.